Hey, what's up guys, it's Someone Died back on this YouTube channel. I know I have been pretty inactive on this YouTube channel. I know people are still waiting for the News vs. Zombies Tycoon 2 to update. And I know people are still waiting for the start of Realish 2's development. But everything is coming soon. So, to briefly explain what happened, why everything is taking longer than usual, and also why I can't give out good deadlines anymore, especially with me being inconsistent, is because I have been working at my delivery job for about half a year now. The job is cool. I have a good schedule going on where I mostly work at night, evening time, but it does take some hours out of me every day. Sometimes I work less than 8 hours a day, and sometimes I work more than 8 hours a day. So the free time that I did had is now halved, and I've been pretty much avoiding doing YouTube so I can work on my games more. But anyways, since I do have extra time now, and people have been asking me for a Realish 2 planning video for a while, here we are. And sometime in the future though, I will make a real announcement on what I'm doing with Realish 2 after I get this News vs. Zombies Tycoon 2 update out. And then that announcement will be about the development of Realish 2. Probably gonna make official Discord for it, get a development team out in the making, and talking about how testing is gonna be done in the future for that game. And yeah. Anyways, let's get to the video. So today's topic is going to be about the top 5 game modes in Realish 2. Just like in my top 5 game modes planning video, this perk list will be ranked by what I think will be favored by the majority of the people, rather than being ranked by how useful the perks will be. And unlike in my previous video, perks that are in Realish 1 may reappear in this list. As a reminder, the planning video series is basically me sharing information I have on my private Trello game, or private Trello for the game, and then making them public. Floater is a really basic and I wouldn't even say boring perk in Realish 1. All it did in Realish 1 was increase your jump height, slightly increase your movement speed, and it even lowered your health. Like, this perk is trash. It's horrible. But in Realish 2, it's going to be basically like a better buff version of it. So you still have your increased movement speed, you still have your increased jump height, and your health won't be lowered. And you'll also gain some new passive abilities and some new active abilities as well. You'll gain the passive ability to sprint, or if you keep on moving, you'll basically move faster without actually having to sprint. And when this activates, you basically just see like a whole bunch of wind pushing against you. And when you are in this passive sprinting mode, you can also leap jump with it, which will allow you to jump across space more further than anyone else. Or you can do a power slide, which will allow you to slide against the floor, kind of like in Halo 5 and even in Call of Duty games a bit. And while you're doing a power slide, you can do this to trip NPCs or even other players while using your weapon still. And this perk also works while driving in vehicles, where if you're driving in a really fast car or Jeep or whatever, you can decide to jump out of it and just slide across the ground. And yeah. Bling Drop is a completely new perk that will be in Realish 2, and the concept of that idea comes from old Roblox really. Remember in those old Roblox games where if you shoot someone's hair or hat, it falls off of them? That's basically how this perk functions a little bit, but let me explain it a bit more in details. Basically, if you shoot someone while they're about to throw a grenade, it will drop out of their hands and it will just roll on the floor and then it will blow up. You'll also be able to shoot items out of enemies, although I haven't clarified what is the extent to that on my Trello. I'm pretty sure I just mean like regular items, but I don't really think I mean like shooting like swords out of people's hands or guns out of people's hands. And then of course you'll also be able to shoot the hats and hairs off of people as a funny thing to do. And when you damage players, they'll drop coins out of their inventory on the ground, which can be picked up by anyone. The only con for this perk is that if you're down, you drop coins out of your own inventory, which can be picked up by anyone. Grenadier is a cool perk that was in Realish 1. All it does is drop a grenade from your inventory on the ground when you're down. But since there's a variety of grenades, including grenades that can revive you in Realish 1, it had a lot of uses to it because of that. In Realist 2, you'll be able to see a timer on throwing grenades, so you'll know exactly how long it'll take for a grenade to explode. And you'll also gain the ability to throw grenades back in Realist 2. Doing grenade throwbacks will only backfire on you if you try to throw back sticky grenades. Throwing back sticky grenades will stick on your arm and you just blow up. And if someone else tries to grab the sticky grenade off your arm, they'll stick on your arm as well and then you'll both blow up. You'll be able to throw back impact grenades if they don't hit you or the ground. Veteran is definitely one of the coolest perks in Realist 1. Being able to call in airstrikes, gunships, nukes, like that's just cool. And it definitely feels awesome because you earn that rank to get it. Unlike in most games like Call of Duty where you just like spawn with kill streaks really. In Realist 2, the system will be slightly changed, but there'll be way more active supports in Realist 2. So one of the things I'm going to change is that active supports will need to be unlocked in Realist 2. So like once you reach the rank to use Veteran, you'll unlock 3 active supports to use right off the bat, which is probably going to be Weapon Crate, Airstrike, and Attack Helicopter. Every other active support will be locked, and you'll need to unlock them only once before you can use them again. Kind of like in the old Modern Warfare 2 game. To be able to earn points to purchase active supports, you'll have to complete challenges or milestones with the active supports that you do have, or I might change it where you might just spend Tokyo coins as well. There will be a change of system to how some active supports can be used. Some active supports will need you to go to a location first before you can use them. Like for example, if you got the gunship, you have to go to like a radio tower building or somewhere on the map before you can use them. And when you use some of these, remote supports, that's when your location gets highlighted for like the whole team in the enemy team. And then it'll be like a submission for you to defend yourself while using the gunship or whatever you're using that you're controlling. I know seeing the Savage perk as the #1 perk on this list as a majority favorite perk might seem wrong. It probably will be wrong, or it might not be, but I have it here as #1. The Savage perk in Realist 1 was pretty tame. It allows you to stomp out people to make sure they're dead, and you could use dead bodies as meat shields, but you didn't really accomplish much with this perk in Realist 1. In Realist 2, you're going to become a real savage. You still be able to stomp out dead bodies to make sure they're dead, and be disrespectful about it. You'll also be able to damage down people and just shoot them if you really want to be disrespectful that way as well. And you'll still be able to pick up dead bodies and use them as meat shields if you want. And there will also be additional abilities. I talked about some of these abilities already in my previous videos, but you'll be able to hijack vehicles in Realist 2. You'll also be able to rip off the terrorists in Realist 2 and use them. You can rip off machine guns, mortars, vehicles, and start going crazy like that. And also remember the Skinwalker perk in Realist 1? That'll also be combined into this perk as well, because, taking the skin off of your enemy and then wearing it is a really savage thing to do. And yeah. Anyways, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I got some anime dubs I want to do soon. And yeah. Anyways, bye.